Hello again. You are already familiar with the Pythagorean Theorem, which we use when you are given, I repeat, you are given that the triangle that you're dealing with is a right triangle. In this section, you are going to determine if given three sides, the three sides form the sides of a right triangle or not. Okay, so let's take some examples here. If I had, let's make up some numbers. So if I had 5, 4, 3, the first thing you want to do is to see if a triangle is possible. And I'm just reminding you, to see if a triangle is possible, take the two shortest sides and see if they're greater than the third side. So what I like to do is I write my numbers in ascending order. This means if this is a right triangle, then the 5 will be the hypotenuse, which 3 and 4 would be the legs. Then I'm going to test this. So I'm going to test, first of all, is 3 plus 4 greater than 5? And that's a check. That means a triangle is possible. Now that it's possible, I'm going to check, is 5 squared, what is its relationship with 3 squared plus 4 squared? And I get 25. That's 9 and 16. And we're still trying to determine the relationship. Oh, well, these are equal. So this means triangle ABC is a right triangle. Okay, we can extend this logic a little further to determine if a triangle is acute or obtuse. So let's say you are given a triangle where you've got (1.7), 3.2, and 4. Okay, so I'm going to arrange these in ascending order. This is my longest side. Is 1.7 plus 3.2 greater than 4? That gives me 9. 4.9 is 4. So triangle is possible. Next, what I'm going to do is check and see what's the relationship between 4 squared and 1.7 squared plus 3.2 squared. So I get 16, and 1.7 squared is 1.7 squared on my calculator is 2.89. 3.2 squared, which on my calculator is 10.24. And if I add those two together, and this is 13.13. So 16 is greater than 13.13. So if the longest side squared is greater than the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then let's go down here a bit. Then this triangle is obtuse. If 16 was less than the number on the right hand side, if for whatever reason we instead of 13.13 we had come up with the number 20, then it would be an acute triangle. So again, focus on the first, check and see if two of the shorter sides add up and they are longer than the third side, then a triangle is possible. If a triangle is possible, square the longest side, compare it to the sum of the other two sides squared, and if it's a less than, then it's acute. If the longest side squared is greater than the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then it's obtuse, as stated here. So if what I've said confuses you, just go back and look at all this written work in the video. Now, using all this, you are going to do the problems here using what you've learned above. I just want to refresh your memory on a couple of things, and this is how do you square radicals. So let's say if I was given a triangle like this, that's root 2 and root 5 root 3, and I'm asked to find the hypotenuse. I would say hypotenuse squared is equal to root 2 squared plus 5 root 3 squared. So don't be intimidated by radicals. Root 2 squared is the same as root 2 times root 2, which is root 4, which is 2. Or, very simply put, when you square a radical, the radical disappears. Root 2 squared is 2. Here, there is a number in front of the root, so 5 root 3 squared is 5 squared times root 3 squared, which gives us 4. 5 squared is 25, and root 3 squared is 3. And that gives us 75, and this is 79. So h squared is 79, and h can be found by taking the square root of both sides. So h is equal to square root of 79. Or we could say it's plus or minus. However, since the side of a triangle cannot be negative, the negative answer is extraneous. In this context, you're only worried about positive numbers. Well, not worried about. Only positive numbers would make sense. And when you get a radical, you have to leave your answer in simple radical form. 79 is a prime number, so we don't have to worry about it. But what if we had an answer like this? Or let's just simplify this radical. What if I had a number like x squared is equal to 72? Well, if I find the square root of this, square root of that, what you can do is you can find the factors: 236, 218, 29, 3, and 3. Okay, so now you have x squared is going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So what I do is I circle my pairs, and when I take the square root of both sides, out of the radical you only get one number out. The reason for that is square root of 2 squared is 2. Now this 2 here in the middle has no companion, so it doesn't get out of the radical, but the 3 does. So this 3 ends up here. The pair of 3, out of the pair of 3's you get 1, and then under the radical stays 2. So this is 6 root 2. You can check to see if your answer is correct by squaring x and squaring the right hand side, and you'll see you'll get 72 back. Okay, good luck with your problems. Remember to check the answers at the end, and show all your work when you're doing the problems. That's very important.